Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 17th of October for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through till Pisces. Now, as this week begins, we still have that Libra season. The Sun, Mercury and Venus all in the sign of Libra, but Venus is the ruler of Libra, so this gives it a particular resonance. Now by Saturday, the Sun and Venus come into an exact conjunction, but it's right at the end of their stay in the sign of Libra, because on Sunday they move into Scorpio. So I need to tell you about that for each of the 12 signs, but also the ruler traditionally of the sign of Scorpio is Mars, and the Sun's forging a really energized link to Mars this week, which is brilliant if we're wanting to have enthusiastic conversations. The problem is that Mars continues to be compromised by the swirling mist that is Neptune, and that's in the 12th solar house. So the potential for gossip or misunderstandings is still quite high, but if we can get our facts straight and we have a real sense of wanting to work in some kind of cooperative, collaborative, collegiate way, the Sun's conjunction with Venus by the end of the week can really, on the face of it, point towards improvements around relationship matters. It's just that in the very heart of this week, there is also a square between the Sun and Pluto. And this is much more complex. It's exact on Wednesday, but it is there, getting tighter to that exact point for most of this week. And of course, Pluto is very much the planet of power. So any relationship matter may require, if it has not been quite going as each party wants, an intense discussion. If it's possible to use the more diplomatic energies of Venus and the more detached vibe of Mercury, which does continue a very bubbly opposition to Jupiter, if we can continue to do that and rise above the need to be very forceful in our approach, which comes from Pluto, then solutions can be found. But if that's not possible, I think that the move of the Sun and Venus into Scorpio, along with Saturn going direct on Sunday, could signal a separation in a tie that isn't working, or it can see something settle down in a much deeper and more productive and positive and committed way. So it's a bit of a make or break week for relationships in general for many of us, but how this plays out for your particular zodiac sign is what I will explain. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast, year 2023 is racing up. If you want your personal forecast for that year, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your 2023 personal forecast, but the rest of this year free. Plus, in my special package, your roadmap, your character analysis, which can help to guide your moves for the rest of your life. This will give you invaluable information to help you to understand some of life's repeating patterns for you, but also where you can seize opportunities. Please see the link below for more information. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. If you decide to do so, please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're an ongoing viewer, thank you so much for your continuing views. So Gemini, your week commencing the 17th of October forecast offers a real bonus. Of course, Mars in your sign has been giving you a lot of drive and conviction until Neptune challenged it at the start of this month, and of course all through November as well. Last week we had an exact square. That's going to happen again on the 19th of November. But this week, because the Sun feeds in along with Venus into a connection with Mars, This is going to give you an opportunity to be very self-expressive, even more charismatic than you ordinarily are. I know, very hard. And also give you a sort of allure that if you do want to go out, meet people, have some kind of social interaction, something really bright and positive can follow from it. You can get that nice balance of energy between drive and charm, and with Mercury in your fifth house, also along with the Sun and Venus, that's helping you to share your sense of humour, your quick wits in a very positive way. Jupiter also in an opposition still with your ruler Mercury. That's very bubbly, can see lots of interactions with friends or in the social sphere. By Saturday, the Sun and Venus reach an exact conjunction in your fifth house, but it's right at the end of the journey they're going through in the sign of Libra, and then they move on Sunday together into the sign of Scorpio, which is a lot more practical. It's asking you to be mindful of channeling the more creative and artistic drive that you've had recently and getting it into some kind of workable format that gives you some practical returns. But of course, Saturn also ends its retrograde, which began in Gemini season on June the 4th. And if you have been feeling that your desire to expand or travel or just make your life more exciting has really been limited, particularly with that punishing right angle to Uranus, which has been affecting the nervous system of many of us so much, but perhaps particularly Gemini people, from the end of this week through to the end of November, that aspect starts to decline, and by the very start of December, about the third day, it goes beyond the 3-degree square. So some liberation is coming from some part of Uranus's unsettling impact on the more psychological side of your chart. So there's a lot to go for this week, to be honest, but I just really love that angle between the Sun, Venus and Mars in your sign. Of course, the Sun and Venus do also forge a rather more challenging angle to Pluto, but in a way that can just give you a bit more desire to go for something that's important for you. You know, whether it is a financial opportunity or it is someone that's strongly drawn towards in terms of an intimate connection.